It is official. Adam Schefter tweeting just a little while ago, BT, a new coach in New York. The Jets are hiring former Lions defensive coordinator and former Jet Aaron Glenn as their new head coach.
I'm really happy. I'm really excited. I'm really enthused. It doesn't make any sense to make these bold predictions. Nobody cares. They mean nothing. What you do is you react to the hire, and my reaction is definitely a positive one. And now my focus is on, I want to see how he comports himself at the press conference, though that's not always a sign that it's going to be good. But I hope it's a rock star home run of a presser.
Which I bet it will be.
I do too. I bet a lot of former teammates, I wouldn't be surprised if Corbett or Vinny, some of these local guys, find their way back home and go and support Aaron, who they both play with him for a while. And then it's the business of building a staff and lifting the Jets out of this nearly decade and a half abyss where they've been on this escalator to hell, and hopefully he's the one to get us off.
Well, and now we'll find out, I would think, in the coming days, if not next week, about the quarterback situation. Here's why, and I'm not trying to rain on the parade. If you're a Jet fan, you have to be excited and you have to be hopeful beyond what even you may feel in your gut, like me. Like in my gut, I don't think this is a bad hire. It's not the hire that I would have made. I don't think it's the best hire. And just to hammer home that point, Schefter followed up that initial tweet with this. And we know this, but just to again reiterate it. The Jets have now hired seven head coaches since the end of 2000. Aaron Glenn, now hired here. 6 of them have been first-time head coaches with defensive backgrounds. Herm, Mangini, Rex, Bowles, Sala, and Glenn. The one exception, Adam Gase. That, I know, BT, it shouldn't mean anything.
I hear you. It's tough
they're doing
not
the
lump it all in.
same friggin' thing.
It's close.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. I think the one difference is that it feels like from a talent base, more like when Mangini was coming in, more so than when Gase was coming in. Like the talent base is elevated. Now we got to get the answers on Rodgers. I would almost guarantee that Glenn wants Aaron Rodgers to come back and be his quarterback. We'll get the answer to that soon. But listen, I get it. That's why, I can only tell you like what's in my gut. Nobody knows. Even Woody, who signed off on this, he doesn't nobody really know. Mike Tannenbaum and Spielman don't really truly know. Just like the Giants didn't know when they elevated, a linebackers coach and almost fired him after his first year when he won 3 or 4 games, Bill Parcells. They didn't know that they were basically taken out of the incubator, the 2 or 3 greatest coaches in the history of football.
Right.
You really don't know. Sometimes the elevation and sometimes the ascension comes from the most unlikely place. And if you told me a year ago, hey, by the way, in 2025, Aaron Glenn's going to be the head coach, I'm like, what? And I followed his path. Aaron, like, okay, how do we get there? I don't know. I just hope it's the right one, and in my gut, it feels better than not.
And I do think, even though at my core I don't like it because of those reasons, first-time defensive guy, Glenn should be set up better than a lot of the others, if not every one of the others, maybe outside of Rex, because of what's potentially in place. Also, it could have been worse. Like if Woody hired Rex, that would have been a bad hire. There were worse moves to be made. I'll be rooting for him. Easy guy to root for. Look forward to when they have the press conference and all that. It's still not the move that I would have made.
I got you.